Welcome, friends. Today, we are doing another fragrance rotation video for the week ending the 17th of July, 2022. Tremendous. So, this week there has been an increase in temperature. I wouldn't say it was hot, but it was probably about average to slightly above average for the time of year. So I decided to whip out a few summer fragrances, and one niche house in particular has done rather well this week with a massive 3 appearances. So we will start at the beginning, and on Monday I wore Dune pour Homme. This is amazing. I've described this as smelling like fig, like a fizzy fig drink, you know, like lemonade made with fig instead of lemon. It's a little sweet, but not remotely sweet enough to be cloying in the heat. It's got a bit of fizz. It's got that milky sort of lactonic vibe that you get from figs. Like, same with Santal Messiah. Excuse me. Just got a yawn. It's fresh. It's light, but it's got backbone. It's very well made. It's very well balanced. It's very pleasant. And as you can see, I've used about 35-40% of my bottle, and which is a huge statement. You look around all these bottles and stuff, and unless I bought them partials, none of them have got any kind of dent like this in it. This is because I reapply during the day, and I use a lot of applications when I do, but I also wear it a lot. It's one of my favourite spring summer fragrances. Absolutely. It's brilliant. Unfortunately, it is discontinued, but there are still bottles out there to be had. So if you want one, I'd get your skates on. Next, Tuesday. It wasn't quite as hot Tuesday. So I decided to wear my old bottle of Heris. One of the main reasons I like this fragrance is for the bottle. That colour is absolutely stunning. It is beautiful. Blue, purpley sort of thing. And that's sort of like what the fragrance smells like, you know? It's an iris soliflor, as it says on the black. Soliflor iris. I don't know if it's gonna... There it is. Soliflor iris. That's nice to tell us that, isn't it? It is essentially just an iris perfume. There's a couple of other things going on in there, but nothing really to even mention. It really is just an iris fragrance. You can still get this. It's in the same shape bottle, but it's got a different label, and it's not blue anymore, which is a terrible shame, because that is truly a marvellous bottle. But there we are. An iris soliflor on Tuesday. Now on Wednesday, it heated up quite considerably, and I am absolutely loving this fragrance in the heat. This is absolutely stunning in the heat, and it is Geranium pour Monsieur. You may be wondering, does it smell like toothpaste? Because it has a huge minty blast, and geranium can be minty anyway. And it is a little bit like toothpaste, but it hasn't got that sort of synthetic feel that toothpaste has. It hasn't got that sort of mint, but not quite mint sort of thing. This is very, I don't want to say pure, but it's much closer to a natural smell than toothpaste is. Like, No one's going to say to you, oh, you smell like toothpaste because of the floral aspect as well. That's in this. Somebody would have to have a pretty, I don't want to say a poor nose, but they would have to have an undeveloped nose, and maybe they aren't into perfume like you and I are. But this is amazing. It's light, it's fresh, it's new. Every time you spray it on, it's like you've just come out of a cold shower. You know, you feel fresh. It's a brilliant fragrance, and I think I'm going to be wearing this again tomorrow because we're supposed to be getting a heat wave here in the UK. Next, on Thursday. Oh, we're rattling through this video, aren't we? Anyway, on Thursday I wore a fragrance I haven't worn for a while. But it was absolutely brilliant when I did wear it. And this is Terre de Hermes. Terre de Hermes, everybody knows about this. It's got that flinty note, which is essentially a nice way of saying that it's like the ISOE Super. It's ISOE Super orange and a bit of vetiver is basically what this fragrance is. If you close your eyes and smell it and think of Flint, you'll get it. You'll know exactly what they were going for and what they were talking about. But it is ice. It's a massive dose of ISOE or ISOE Gamma, whichever one it is. You know, it's one of those things. And it does smell slightly stony, cedary. Like it's got this kind of like shiny grey kind of thing going on. You know. Amazing fragrance though. It just shows what you can do if you know what you're doing with these things, you know. Dress it up, dress it down. You can wear it anytime. But I wore this after it cooled down slightly on Thursday. Next, Friday. Friday was a funny day for me. I wasn't feeling too clever. And the weather had calmed its passion a bit, so it wasn't quite as warm as it was earlier in the week. And so I decided to wear music for a while. This is tremendous. I think this has got the same lavender note in as Beau de Jour. I think Tom Ford and Frederick Moll are both owned by Estee Lauder, I think. But whatever the case, they've taken the lavender from the same palette or the same fragrance house, like fragrance oil house, you know. You can totally smell it. You can totally smell it. For me, it's very similar. But this one, they're very different fragrances, but they've got the lavender notes absolutely spot on in both of them. Let's compare them and see what you think. This, though, has caramel, and it also has a pronounced pineapple. Pineapple is summery in and of itself because it's like one of those. I want to say it's like a tropical fruit, isn't it? Juicy pineapple, like you've spilled pineapple juice on like a workbench, like a kitchen bench, or like a table, and it's just been left. You haven't mopped it up, you've just left it, and it's got that sticky residue. That's what it sort of comes across as. It's like a very sticky residue kind of pineapple going on. I really like it. Took a while to come round to it, but big lavender, big caramel, big pineapple. Great fragrance. Saturday, I noticed it was warmer, but it wasn't necessarily hot, and I wanted something thin but with a little bit of oomph, like a bit of backbone. So I went with Frederick Moll again, and this is Cologne Indélébile. Indélébile? Indelible? Who knows? This is a Dominic Ropion, as is Geranium pour Monsieur. So 3 mols in this list. It's been a good week for Frederick Moll in my collection. He's done very well. This is a neroli, orange blossom, sort of, I think there's narcissus in it as well, musk. It's just a strong cologne, you know, with like backbone in it and stuff. So it's stuck around all day. It reminds me a bit of Cologne Royale and Mediterranean Neroli. Cologne Royale by Dior and Mediterranean Neroli by Ermenegildo Zegna. It's got that white floral aspect to it, which I'm not crazy about, but it works. Excuse me, hiccup. And today, last but by no means least, today I am wearing Creed Aventus. This is my 2016 bottle. Excuse me whilst I hydrate. This is also a big pineapple fragrance, like music for a while. It's fruity. I think this is what they would call like a fruity batch, because I don't smell much smoke in here. I don't get much leather. Little bit of apple type of thing. A little bit of black currant maybe. It's got that juiciness at the top. It's a nice fragrance. It's a nice fragrance. I'm not crazy about it. I don't think it's like... it's not my favourite Creed by a long shot. But it is nice. I don't get the unbridled hype for it, though. People are strange. But anyway, I shall make this short and sweet. Thank you very much for joining me, everybody. I will hopefully see you again soon this week with some more first impressions. Bye.